like a relic of yesteryear when a rivalry is built on tainted water. But as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Gophers will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Michigan Wolverines offense going to get the chance to start this game off. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the Jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the Little Brown Jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the tone early. Don't give Minnesota life. Show their dominance early in this football game.
You know, you had to wonder last year if a lot of those players at Michigan maybe weren't thinking about, you know, the rivalries with Penn State, Michigan State, and obviously Ohio State at the end of the year. Minnesota is not a program you can overlook, though, because they are tough and they are scrappy, and they're coming for that Little Brown Jug.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. To throw, it's Figueroa. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, you got to love the offense coming out with a plan. They're going to feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Covey. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Dropping back, it's Figueroa. Touchdown Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job on...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The give to the left side. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then, you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all of those things. It's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are and why the hatred usually runs so deep.
And you know what's interesting is a lot of these players on the field right now, they probably don't have any idea of the history and how interesting that is. All they care about is adding another trophy to the trophy case, and they want the Little Brown Jug in that box.
Looking to pass. It's Figueroa. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the floor, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Figueroa. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Michigan! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Final play of the quarter coming. The give is to Williams. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. To talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Woo.
Hey, man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And this one splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Iowa State notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Ames is worth its weight in gold to the Cyclones. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He might want another play. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So here comes the Michigan offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking downfield, it's Figueroa. Makes the catch, it's Hansen. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's loose. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure...
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Rides to back and leaves it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Buying some time. Fires on the move. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give is to Williams. Runs through a tackle. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Tate. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so badly.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug now.
They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Finds the back on the option, the give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Figueroa. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give is to Williams. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to appeal.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Really good job. Team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Michigan offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled, then run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destructing. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last. Turning it on! He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun. Give on the inside.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
The RPO, it's complete.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Golden Gophers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive it.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. And the Golden Gophers have their offense in high gear. To the air, it's Tate. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the grab over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Minnesota! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down. And
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Sets up the screen. At the 35, he's open. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? That's caught. It's Covey. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Baker. He's got it still on his feet. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they will go so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented in Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to catch Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air. It's Figueroa. Grab near the marker is Hansen. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll try it over the left side. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Wolverines are on the move. To the air on first down. Working that left side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking for the score. Touchdown Wolverines. And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from there. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pocket breaking down. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Reserve is tackled down at the 12. Michigan Wolverines will take over.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Right back to the well. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Figueroa. caught over the middle. It's Smalls. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And you want to talk about game tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. With the clock running, this should be the final play. This trophy has been around forever, the oldest in the FBS, and for much of that time it has been controlled by Michigan. And once again, it is the Wolverines taking the little brown jug away from Minnesota. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.